Hello, hello.
Hello, welcome to the stream. Other than just being a chat member,
It's good to be here.
now, yeah. Um, have you seen the live notification yet? Are you seeing that at all?
Yes,
Because
I'm
if
in.
not, you're in now. Okay, cool. So we are good to go. Now I just have to prepare myself for the cosmic screwery, of firing this game up and seeing whatever it does to my computer. Because so, just in case you guys don't know, this is an old game, and I could not force this thing to play in windowed mode. And what that means for you is I have one chat open for some reason that seems to want to stay open, and one chat that does not want to stay open. So I have to keep Twitch chat on my phone, and remember to look at my phone just in case somebody pops in the Twitch chat. So if you don't mind, Broderick, if you see some messages from people in Twitch, which isn't as common as YouTube, luckily, I would say go ahead and just tip me off or just respond to them. That's fine.
Yeah, I've got it open.
Cool. All right, so this is Lords of Magic. I know very little about this game other than just the brief test that I did earlier today, but I'm intrigued about it. So once I get it all fired up, we'll just see how much I die, and we'll have Broderick be the voice of expertise. So what do you want people to call you? Because you literally have a different name on every single service. Like you're Archimedes, you are Damian Smith, you are Lexus Lo-Fi. To me, you're Broderick, and
I'm the man of many talents. Just Broderick is fine.
Broderick is cool. Okay, so all right, Broderick, let me get this all turned on, and we'll just see. Make sure OBS ends up in the correct area. Oh no, you do that. Okay, OBS. I can see OBS. That's good. Oh, but what I need to do, I have to wait until we get through the Sierra Studios splash screen and get to the menu, because if I don't do that, then I can't alt-tab back into the game for some reason. So I need to get my display capture going, because I can...
Lords of Magic.
Welcome to Lords of Magic. Okay, so I need to turn this off, turn this on. Yes, people are going to see my desktop a little bit. It's just what's going to happen. There we go. All right, we have the game. The game as you see it on the stream feed is not how I see it on my monitor. How I see it on my monitor is completely stretched out on my monitor, but it's in the proper aspect ratio on the stream feed, so that's good, I guess. So, I guess I'm just going to a new thing then, huh?
Yep, so you just hit that.
Warrior.
And when I tested this, I did Warrior. Just the first thing I clicked.
Yes.
There's a...
So that is all right. So you've got you basically in the game. You've got your 3 different categories. You've got your warrior, your mage, and your thief, with their own unique skills and abilities, just as in any other game. And for a new player,
Okay.
I would recommend going with a warrior, since they're less strategy based and they're more just stand in your face and wallop you with their swords.
Okay, but Broderick, it says they're skilled in the strategies of battle. You just said they were less strategy based. I'm confused.
Well, you see, sir, mages. Just listen here. That's 1997 logic. You want to listen to 1997 logic or Broderick logic?
Oh God, I don't know. I don't know which I prefer. Let's get the Broderick. That's why you're here.
I'm a doctor after all.
He is Dr. Broderick. Well, let's call him Dr. Broderick for God's sake.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Has no beginning.
So my identity is set. All right. So now here you will see each of the 8 faiths that you can play in game.
I saw that briefly.
All All right, and so each has its own sort of strengths that you can play to. Each has a slightly different play style. And because there are different factions within the game, you also have diplomacy. So very advanced for its time. But
yeah,
always what I recommend starting out, life is probably the best faction. So you're gonna go to the that right there. The little cones of what would appear to be light.
Okay.
And
so
now you've got a little description there.
Mounted on a reptilian beast armed with an iron-bound staff and armored in light, elven male. This champion epitomizes his people's speed and skill. His favorite tactic is to strike fast and fade into the woods. It sounds like my style. Oh, hey, number 7. Welcome. Welcome to me and Broderick. Well, Broderick explaining to me. He's teaching the me.
Yes. And I'm just going to lay it out for you right now. There's virtually no fading in woods. But yeah, I mean, that's lore-wise, that's what they do. And if you look down...
This game's lying to me.
Well, they were all about storytelling back in those days, you know. So in that left-hand column, you will see all of your stats for your character, your lord. So strength will determine your physical attack and somewhat your defense. Your wisdom will determine how much mana you have, and your dexterity will determine your defense points. So if you see up there, it's a very complicated game.
I mean, stat-wise, it makes sense to me. I've seen that in many places. Yeah. So. And
you see those little boxes down there where the hands are. Down there, you'll see you have a staff in one box. That is an artifact. It is a lesser artifact. It's what you will start the game with if you choose to go with this layout. And so you can either just hit choose as it is, or you can go into custom. But for your first run through, let's just do choose.
Okay. Please enter your lord's name. Okay, my lord's name.
And this part's always just absolutely hilarious because you'll get mentioned in a lot of different contexts.
Okay, my name is
whatever. If you even wanted to put like dad in all caps with a question mark and an exclamation, that's Sniggle Snump. All right.
My lord, we have to bring religion into this, says number 7. Okay.
You do have to pick
this
one.
is a Sierra game. This is definitely a Sierra game. Oh boy. You're the Eldrin who worship the forces of life. The people of your region need a hero to cleanse their land of invaders and unite them as one nation. By contrast, Balkoth's depraved death region, oh no, not the depraved death region, is very well established. He is a powerful lord with armies in the field and guarding his capital, even as a vampire and a small party protecting this great temple. The lords of the... Do I need to read all this? Conquer these regions or liberate the great temples of friendly lords to win their fealty. Okay. So...
No, you will not. You do not have to read all of that all the time. Though it does add some amount of enjoyment. And to 7, if you don't pick a faith, you fall prey to nihilism. That's not good. Okay, so here we are on the main screen, and this is your land. This is your region. But as you will see, you've got a classic fog of war, so you will have to do scouting. And around you, you'll see those little burrows, and those are like mini dungeons that you'll have to go into and fight enemies in order to gain experience and gold and ale and crystals.
Okay.
And, in particular, a lot of troops run off of ale.
Name it Assfuck. Oh, maybe the next character I'll name Assfuck. Sorry, hey man. This is the universe of Sniggle Snump. Sniggle Snump, the life
and
human.
It's worth noting that when you engage with other factions, they will refer to you as your lord, Sniggle Snump.
Oh boy.
All right.
Just what I always wanted.
So, and then there you have your capital. That tree
This,
in the center
oh, this is
with the that's
This is-
their major tower.
okay.
And you know how at the beginning how you could choose a warrior, a mage, or a thief? Around your
right.
capital, off to your left, you've got the mage tower to recruit more mages. Up top, you have the barracks for recruiting warriors and then other non-hero units. And then to the right, as you might have guessed, you've got your thief headquarters for recruiting ranged units, Thieves Guild.
Okay.
And so you can train thief heroes from there, but you've got down at the center of your screen, you can see your party, as it were. So you have one unit.
My crew.
Yes. So
these
you
are my
have
people.
one unit. Those are your folks, and they will stick by you unless you tell them not to.
Or unless I
if you-
kill them, which I will.
Well, that will happen a lot. So if you want to go ahead and take yourself into that first little sniggle of houses there to your left with the gray flag. Any gray flag indicates an enemy that does not belong to any particular faction.
Oh, okay.
You can
So,
Seven. You can tell them to fuck off, and they will return with a vengeance as bandits or marauders later. I'm not even joking. They will. So it's level
the
1,
elves who
so
used
it's
to live.
safe.
you know, they used to live in this quaint hamlet were slaughtered by a clan of subterranean creatures. Oh no. I don't know what that means, but it sounds bad.
Sometimes those descriptions may or may not be accurate, but so
So I'll
also-
put them on fire.
it's also very worth noting
See-
just how wonderful the music is in this game.
I dig it so
that's
far.
very
See, I made it far enough to see what the combat looks like. Like I just moved around for a while and got into combat and died pretty handily, but
Yes.
So-
and just so everyone
There's
out there
sniggles
who's watching appreciates what Sean is going through, in order for him to look around the game, the screen, the field of battle, whatever you want to call it, he either has to use his cursor or the arrow keys, not WASD, and it is not customized. Dun dun dun.
am I riding a fucking raptor?
Yes, and he will not help you with a lot. Okay, so here you are at the start of the battle. If you left-click on any particular unit, it shows what he can do.
Okay.
So you've got several... Well, they exist because people wanted to play racing games back in the old days.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Alright, so the rally troops is an advisable button to press at the beginning of every battle. It somehow buffs your troops. To what extent, I've never really thoroughly tested it, but it's a good thing to have on. So you'll hit that. As you'll see, you're in combat pause mode right now, which is a feature you will use heavily. Now, if you go down, you can see your enemies. Alright, so we have some level 1 orcs. And if you just hold your cursor over any enemy unit, it'll tell you what level they are and what they are.
Okay.
Alright, so you've got goblin archers. They are tenacious little fucks. We're just gonna get that off the bat right now. But and the
some
AI
tenacity.
the combat AI in this game is smart. They will try to take out some of your more susceptible, higher value units. So they will want now, because you have the superior force, superior in level and in number, they're just gonna hang back there. They're not gonna instigate. However, you have some of the best ranged units in the game.
Okay.
You have elven life archers, which are the best to have. So if you left click on your archers,
Archers ready.
those are your staffmen, those are your infantry units. Alright, so if you look down in your bottom left corner, you're gonna see a little box with a dude pulling a bow. It says 916.
Oh, yeah.
So So that top number represents how much ranged attack damage they'll do, and the bottom number is the range. And 16 is the highest range of any standard ranged unit in the game.
Does this game
does
have
not
guns? Oh man. The next game will have guns. Let's just kill people already. I agree. Let's kill people, Broderick.
All right, so get your elves into a suitable position such that they can just start shooting arrows. I always tell them to attack the goblins
Arrows fly.
first, so you can, yep, just like that. And there's specific kinds of attacks you can do, but we'll get into that later. And then you can just have your cavalry rush the orcs and have your lord go in as well. And if you want to have some decent strategy here, what you can do is have your lord go forth and then just click that shield button.
Okay.
You can have those guys come along.
Okay, everybody's
And so
going full on in. Go Raptor.
For Redwall, now those cavalrymen are gonna get kind of their butts kicked.
Oh no.
And so they'll,
Oh, yes, they are.
They'll auto-select their own targets within range, but you will have to sort of micromanage.
I see.
Boom, and you have won.
I did a win. Results of combat. I resulted in my combat.
You have
Defeats.
gained fame, Sean. How does it feel? Look at them
Feels
spoils!
absolutely. It feels miserable.
Okay.
Okay.
Bottom right-hand corner, you will see your resources.
Oh yeah, right down here. I see.
Now, currently, because these are the units you started off with, you don't have any expenses, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you want your capital to start doing things for you to be able to actually use it, you need to liberate your great temple, which is
Where is my great temple?
It is in the darkness, so it will be to the
okay.
left of you. So there's that path going up from the mage tower.
Okay.
And then at the end of the path, you go up top that hill, what looks as close to a hill as you're going to get in this two-dimensional environment. Ah, yes, you have... And then click again to get them to move. Up, you just ended your turn. What a waste.
Oops,
You
damn it.
noob!
Damn it! This is what I get. I know something weird. If you bump your PC, your mic picks it up. It refuses to pick up anything else. Ah. It's your PC screaming, man. Okay.
Okay, so march
There
your
we go.
people up that hill. And you're going to see a very big tree. The Great Temple. Now,
Found my great temple.
ideally, we'll be able to swing this with the troops you've got, but it might be a little risky. So here you will need to use a little bit more strategy. Okay, so
Okay.
again, start off by having your warlord do his rally cry thingy.
Mounted and
So you're gonna go to your main warrior, Sniggle Snump,
Got
and
it.
tell him to rally his troops. You're gonna hear a horn blow when he does that. And basically what you'll want to do is, since he has the highest defense ranking of any of your units, you're going to just send him forth and just act as a tank while you send in your cavalry, infantry, and archers to do all the damage.
I see. So should I have him attack
Because-
something while I do that, or just walk forward?
Yeah, so if you unpause the game, they might advance on you, or they might decide that they're still evenly matched, and so they might not advance. So if you just unpause briefly, you can see what they do.
Yeah,
Alright, so
they're just mingling.
They're getting into a formation. All right, so the dude on the wolf there, that orc chieftain is. So he is going
Zarg.
to be
Zerg!
the somebody voice. And there's another faction which you can possess enemy troops, and it's fucking hilarious the things he says and the way he talks.
Is this a buy to win game? No, this is a buy to play
No.
game.
This is you pay $5 to get the game on Steam. That's where I got it. But microtransactions were not invented back in those days.
Yeah, they were not a thing in 1997. Okay, so I'm just going to, I guess, advance this person and just see what
Yes.
happens.
So you have him sally forth, and if you can, so set him to go in between those two pillars, and then just have him hold there. And then, if you pause it for a sec, you'll see maybe the goblin archers are taking some interest here. And they might be going to try and kill him. So, what you will do...
Yeah, they're
looks
starting
like
to
there's
move.
some movement. Yeah, so they're going to get one to come out and start snapping shots at him. So what we're going to have do is you're going to click that shield to tell him to go into defense mode. And then
Okay.
you're going
Oh,
to
I'm
tell
seeing
him...
some of the strategy.
Yeah, and then you're going to tell him to defend himself. So there you go. And what that does in
Okay.
terms of numbers is basically it takes half of his attack rating and dumps it on top of his defense rating. So he's now got effectively 16 defense. Now, those units that are coming
Okay.
out to attack him, strategically have your archers pick them off, and then have your cavalry and your infantry close behind him. So you've got one little unit, and he is in range of your lord now, so he should be shooting already, but he isn't. So
Okay.
that hill might actually block his shot. So, and then since you've got your archer selected, all right, they're just doing it automatically. Boom! They killed one.
Yep, I got him.
So you don't even have to tell them to do anything. You can just have them sit there and do what they do best. Now just tell your
And just
staff-
fire.
Yeah. And it's particularly good they're taking out those archers, because the goblin archers, they're gonna... A lot of enemy ranged units in the game, they're gonna try and use their aimed shot, which basically they take more time, and if the shot hits, then it will do more damage and pierce through more of their defense. But it does take longer,
Okay.
and you'll notice shots, projectiles will miss in this game sometimes.
Okay.
But,
so what do I do with my staffmen?
All right, so you're just your staffmen. You can see they don't have a lot of defense, but they can hit stuff with sticks. And you
Okay.
can send forth, "No, we cannot play as Sonic."
I can speed it up like Sonic if I want to.
You actually can adjust the combat speed and the campaign speed. But anyway, so your cavalry also have decent attacks, so you'll just have them guard the flanks of your lord, because the sides and the back, in particular, the back of your units are always going to be less protected,
Uh-huh.
even if they're in defense.
So,
So what you can do
These are the
is
sides and
also
front.
you can tell them to defend a general area. So if you click on your staffman, you click that shield and you just click some spot on the ground, they're not going to let anyone get past it.
okay.
So yeah,
So I just did
if
that.
you wanted to put them, yeah, and then just tell your riders to do the same thing, or you can tell them to actually attack someone. All right.
Let's ride.
So at this
We
point,
ride.
we've got that chieftain that's going to start wailing away on your lord, and so far he's not taking any damage, which is nice. He's just blocking everything. So you can tell your units to go up there and get more involved, since the other units are distracted.
We have trained
Yeah.
this day.
Okay. Well, these guys, I'll let
And-
these guys defend.
Yeah,
Alright.
and as you see, they start the combat AI is actually fairly sophisticated. They realize, oh, this isn't working, so now they're gonna.
Yeah,
try
this is
and-
pretty smart.
They're gonna try and attack your units that aren't defending.
Two
All
long
right,
imprisoned
and so now you
captives
just-
join my cause.
You just gained 2 champions, a thief and a mage,
Ooh,
and you gain
okay.
levels.
Nice.
Artifact. And
That's a
you'll
good.
see that-
levels are good.
and you see that.
Can
you
I
gained
play as
100
Mario from video
crystals.
game Hotel Mario?
I won't tell
I
you.
wish
that
I could
you
play as
can't, because
Mario.
this game is magical, but it's not that magical. Magnificent! You have liberated the great temple. In your honor, your people have constructed a stronghold at their capital, Sprout. Pretty creative, I know, because it's a tree. While this great temple remains free, it will attract followers to the stronghold to serve you. You can then assign them to work, producing valuable resources. You can also install champions in the Mage Tower, Barracks Thieves Guild, where they will impart their experience to new recruits. Mages can now blah 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 blah. Alright, so you get it. You've got stuff.
Okay. Sweet. So, now what?
So there you've got your 2 ladies standing out front, and so you can tell them to join your party.
Mounted and
So you can march to them, or you can have them march to you. All right,
Okay,
Now-
got it.
you'll see that you can have 3 units in each little unit, if you will, or each party. And so right now, on the battlefield, if you were going to go into battle, all of those units would now be around your thief, but ours like having my lord at the forefront.
Okay.
And so you can click and drag those units around.
Mounted and ready. Mounted
And also, if you double click any of your lords pictures, you can see their inventory. So if you go down and if you click your elf lord in the panel there,
I see.
and that's also how you view stats and how close they are towards getting the next experience level.
Okay.
So-
I'm starting to kind of pick up some of this stuff. Just
Alright,
at least
so
on a
he's-
remedial level.
So he's got that ring there, which can be useful. So if you double click on that
Make it
ring
go
in
away.
his inventory, then... So if you click that little arrow, that closes them out. But click that ring. Alright, so any
Okay.
thief will gain stuff. So you want to give that to your thief, and you want to put it in the in those little hand icons. That's how you equip things.
Okay. And who's my thief again?
It's the lady on the end. So
on the end.
you've got your...
There we go.
Yeah. Alright, so now just
Got
drag
it.
that into your inventory. Yep, there you go. And now it's equipped.
Cool. Number 7, $280 saved towards a get number 7 a functioning PC fund. You're gonna get yourself a functioning PC after all this time?
Good for you, man.
We won't be
Do
able
it.
to we won't be able to joke around about it anymore?
I figure
I mean, it'll be nice to have a good PC.
Yeah, it is. I figure I've got a couple of years before the Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, which should give me enough time to track down real aliens, extraterrestrials, who will have sufficient technology to allow me to play the game in 8K.
They'll allow you to live in the game, dude. Why play it when you can be the game? You will be Elder Scrolls 6. Anybody who plays that game will just be you.
Because
you
I've
is
heard
us,
that the,
us is Elder Scrolls, Elder Scrolls is you.
Mounted and ready.
Well, I've heard
Okay.
that the virtual reality version is crap. So now you can go into
Yeah.
your capital and you can tell your units to rest there, which is how you will regain
Oops.
hit points. Because as you see, your units have not like automatically healed or anything. Yeah. So once you've gone through all that, ooh. Also, you have followers to assign. People follow you now, and you can use followers for things. So if you click onto your
Okay.
capital, if you double click it, or maybe it's even you right click it. So now you're inside.
Okay.
You've got this message
Ew,
basically
more
telling
stuff.
you the things that I will. All right, so
Oh,
if
these
you see-
pre-rendered backgrounds.
isn't it great? So you've got
Good old
10
97.
available followers. And so you can assign those to any of the areas that you wish. And so early in the game, the best strategy is to assign people to get you more fame, because the quicker and more fame you have, the more followers you'll accrue. And so you just want to be able to cover your expenses. So you see you've got
Okay.
those 2 -1s down in your bottom right corner. You've got -1 below your crystals and -1 below
Oh, yeah,
your
yeah.
gold. So those are your expenses, your upkeep for your army now.
Okay.
So you can assign those followers to get you crystals, ale, fame, gold, things like that.
Oh, so it's just resources, kind of like an RTS game to some degree, right?
Exactly, it is. It is
It
heavily
is always
RTS.
nice to deal with an equal
This
such as
birthed
yourself.
RTS.
Wait,
And,
so how do I?
Nice to deal with an equal such
All right,
as
so
yourself.
basically you're just gonna click. No, you don't want to click in there. That's how you can buy. You can actually exchange in between resources, but if you just click
Okay.
on the up or down arrow, you can shuffle around followers next to anything. So if you
Oh,
see,
I see.
Yeah, so you assign your followers that way, and then you can shuffle it around as need be. So
Okay,
on-
so you said fame is the one to invest in?
Yeah, I mean, you want to cover your expenses, so I like to always have a a positive. So if you click if you assign 2 more into gold over at the market at the opposite end of the screen, to the left. All right, so now you've got a little +1 down at the bottom right corner, and then do the same for crystals. And then maybe put like 1 into ale, and then another 1 into the magistrate there.
Okay.
Yes.
And then I just exit.
Yep. And then, yeah, because something you should know is, despite all the different factions, and this is a good message, despite all the different factions out there, everyone can come together around the fact that they love a good lager at the end of the day.
Oh, Broderick.
Even the Lord of Death enjoys a nice APA.
Yeah,
All
even
right,
when
so
he's
now if you-
incinerating the land.
Yes. Well, you leave that to the fire people. They incinerate.
Oh yeah.
Also, your followers can also be used to hire or train new units.
Okay.
So if you wanted to like go and pluck one out of, say, your magistrate, and you wanted to get yourself another unit of archers from like the Thieves Guild, then you could do that.
Okay. So,
And
what's
so-
my next move from here?
So strategically speaking, next best thing you want to do is start scouting out this area. So you're going to go down to the Thieves Guild, which is that little green hut. There you go.
We teach the art of thieving here.
You don't actually have to send your units to it. You can just,
Okay.
yeah, if you deselect your party by like right-clicking, I think it is, and then you just click on
Okay.
the building. So you wanna hire some brownies.
Hire some brownies. Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know that they could work for you, but they can.
Ah.
And so these units, they don't require followers to hire them.
Good night, folks. Okay. So how many? Let's see.
So you want to get yourself maybe like 2 or 3.
We'll go
just
for
to
3.
start. All right, and then they will be all in a single party together, but you want to separate and go off in different directions.
Okay. Why are you
So that
laughing?
way
I
I can-
just got back, says number 7. Because brownie. Okay.
You can, they
So
work for you. Okay, so
why is that so
so you
funny
can
to me?
exit.
God damn it.
I don't know. I'm only laughing because you're enjoying yourself.
The funnest thing so far. I mean, this is a really intriguing game. It's a really dense game. It's like dense as a Sierra game should be.
Oh yeah, it will suck you in. But now, just because you hire those brownies, you'll notice you'll notice you
Negative.
do have a -2. That's your upkeep for them.
Okay.
All right, so you select them down there. They're in that little flag,
We teach the art of thieving here.
Wait, what?
that little single yellow flag.
Already attained the skills you desire.
Oh, right down here. Okay.
We teach the art of thieving here.
How do I
Yeah,
select
so-
it?
Many who have already attained the
Um,
skills you desire.
So do you
We
see
teach
that
the
second
art of
flag?
thieving here.
Well, you want to click the unit that's below that. You don't click on the actual flag itself. 'cause the
Oh, there
flags
they are.
always
They were
hover. Yeah.
they were blending in with everything. That's why.
Yeah. So if you right-click to deselect your current party, all right,
Uh-huh.
you just join them up. It's okay.
Yep. We're
So
good.
if you just
We're good.
left-click each individual brownie in your party, you can tell them to go off in a different direction. So you can have one, and mostly we're gonna be sending them like south and east because that's where your enemies are. Spoiler.
Okay.
So click just one little brownie.
Okay.
Yep. So now you've got
God
them
damn it.
selected. You don't have to double click. Hit that little
Okay.
arrow to close this window, and once you just click one, select it, and then you tell him to go off in some direction. All right, so now he's in his own party, and just tell him to follow that path down there.
See
As
there
far
we
as
go.
he can
Okay.
go. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's sometimes good to just, all right, and then you click again to tell him to go. Because, like, you click once just
Oh my
to
God, really?
choose yeah. You click once to
That's
choose
what
a
he does?
destination. Do you like that?
He hops? He does little hops?
Mm-hmm. Hang on, I'm going to mute you in the Discord so that way I don't have the echo.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Alright, there we go.
Alright, so one brownie
Alright,
is
so now you can see
going
more than you did.
south.
And,
Mounted and ready.
Alright, so do I just send the other brownies in?
so now select
Other
the
directions
next
now?
brownie. Yes. And you can tell him to go up. That's the water nation that's going to be up there. And they're kind of like on
Okay.
friendly-ish terms with you, so you don't have to worry about them.
Life and water. Okay.
Mounted and ready.
So always
And
always
then-
right-click to deselect, and then
Okay.
yeah.
And then
So I
send 'em
basically
what?
just have my scouts always scout out the fog of war.
What if he wants off friendly terms,
That
Broderick?
will actually happen.
Yeah. I actually experienced that
The
in a quick little run
other
through.
factions.
Okay,
So
so
basically, what will happen is some of the other factions will run into you, and they'll want certain things from you. They might want
Right.
you to trade some gold with them, or they might want a particular unit of yours, or they might just want to give you a gift. Like if they already like you, like air, for instance, or order, or water, they might just be like, "We want to make a trade of good faith. Let's give you something."
okay. But then he can
And
just say
so
no
they'll
fuck
just
you and
offer
kill them.
something for free, and accepting. You can do that, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so should I just start sending my party places, or should I just let the brownies figure out figure out where to go? What's the best course of action here?
All right, so now there is a gold mine, which is going to give you some free gold income to your right. It's that little gray-looking cave thing where your main party is. If you scroll up,
Oh, this guy.
yeah, and then that spiky blue diamond up there is a crystal mine. So you have natural resources in the game you can capture, but marauders will come along. Anything with a gray flag will try and reclaim it at some point. So you'll have to send
Okay.
troops to expunge them. But
Okay.
just for a little quick shuffle around, if you select your main party there,
Uh-huh.
just click and drag your warrior over to the leftmost bar there, so that way he will be in the center of your units. You'll sort of see.
This guy? Or
Yeah.
no, this is
And you
my
just click. Oh, and you can rename units by right click in the game. So if you
Elfinda.
charge. And their names won't. She's a feminist. Callie Ween. All right,
Okay,
so Sean is now going to lead his army of tomboys into the depths of the unknown.
Okay, so which one is
Oh,
my
by the way,
warrior
don't.
again?
Yeah, so
my warrior
if
right
you,
here.
if you either you can have individual units selected to go. You see the way you just did it.
Where to?
You had the party separate, which you don't want.
Where to?
Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Everything's blending in now. Fuck. There we go.
Mounted and ready.
It's
Mounted and ready.
there you go. That's about the setup you want. And put your staffman over next to your mage. The lady with the very
Which-
clear boobs showing. Yeah. So
With the very clear Robertsons.
yeah, the large tracts of land. And so what you do is you just click and drag like either your cavalry or your staffmen, and you drag them and place them next to her.
Okay.
In that little window that you're in. Well, you can shift her around too, but yeah, there you go. Because she'll
Okay.
be vulnerable. And units will try and take out like your mage and your thief first just because they're weak. Alright, so you want to just click that staffman once more so that way you don't send him alone. Just to unselect him. And then same with your mage. You'll see that little outline that appears.
Yeah,
That tells you
I'm
who
like
you
I'm
selected.
I'm like fighting the UI, just trying to figure out like what's working, what isn't working that I'm doing.
gonna take some
It's
time.
archaic.
Alright, so deselect them in the little window down there. So just click on each of them once more. You see how they've got an outline?
Yeah.
Alright, so now your whole party will go if you tell them to go to that mine.
Okay. But I just want these two, or do I want the whole party?
Oh, the whole party, for sure, because we don't know what level
Okay.
that gold mine is. And we might get there and find out that it's horrendously difficult. Alright, so
Okay, well,
now
looks
you're
like
just
I
out
can't
of
move anymore.
you're out of movement points. So yeah, you wanna hit that, and each other faction, as represented by that wheel there, they're doing stuff. And so yeah, you can. Oh, you don't want it to go that fast. That's crazy fast. I set it each up by just like 3 points.
Gotcha. I just set it up 1. I just wanted to make that
Alright.
that day or whatever that was pass.
All right.
Okay.
So you see they've already got their set destination. Just click once more, and they'll go level 2. That's not bad. All right.
Okay, what do we got here? What do we got?
All right.
Oh, some of
so
these.
You've got archers. You've got lots of archers, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, holy fuck.
All right, so same course as before. You're gonna tell your warrior to rally because that'll give a nice buff to all of your units.
Okay.
All right, and then
We're having some
same
playing-
strategy as before, and you're gonna send him forth
Okay.
to kind of tank while your archers do stuff. But now you have a
Mounted
mage,
and ready.
and so
Amage.
your mage is always going to be, since the game is called Lords of Magic, they're going to be your penultimate strategy tipper
Archers ready.
majigger thing.
Archers
Okay.
They can sway the course of a battlefield. Now, as of yet, your mage, she's probably only got 1 spell researched, I think.
My spells are
Yeah.
at your
So if you
command.
click on her.
Spirit Arrow.
All right, so they're using maths now to determine damage. So all
Oh,
magic
I see.
damage is based off of level, but she's only
Okay.
level 2, so Spirit Arrow is only going to deal 4 damage because it's 3 plus half whatever the level is.
Okay.
But so you can tell her to take out particular targets if you want, but if you do that, that'll instantly initiate combat and they'll come and try and get you. Whereas right now, as it is, they will probably just get a formation. And you'll want to get her behind like all the other units because they'll try and
My
knock her ass
spells,
out,
I'll be
and they
there.
will. They'll set goblins. I've had
Okay.
it happen a lot.
Okay.
And then if you
All right,
want,
well-
you can tell like your staffmen to defend particular units. And then over there you've got your thief. She can turn invisible, but she can also be spotted sometimes.
Arrows fly.
Because at low levels. Now you've got him defending. And you can tell her to start whacking some of those archers as well. And then you want to bring up your cavalry because once the units find out that they're not really hurting him, they might decide to just go past him and start shooting someone else.
Okay.
We have trained for this.
So you
day.
can send in your
Here we go.
other units to start attacking
Doing
people.
things.
And yeah, and you can tell your mage
My
to
spells are at your
shoot
command.
some magic at them.
Shoot him! Shoot him!
You'll hear a
Okay.
cast. And then And you can tell your archers, you notice how they just stopped shooting already. They've shot everyone who's in range, and now you're out of mana. As
Yep.
you can see, the little spell is
We are
grayed out.
trained for mounted and ready for life.
So you can
Die.
tell whomever to just go and get them. Also, you notice
Die.
all those little squiggly arrows, those zigzaggy. That's your berserk attack.
Okay.
You do a lot more damage, but you negate all of your defense, so you take a lot more damage as well.
Okay. Number 7 said he's been playing a purposely bad Sonic Mania mod so much that you instinctively, while playing normal Mania, went to jump over one of your traps. What are you doing to yourself?
Good news! You will receive 2 gold per turn so long as this mine stays under your control. I suddenly turned
This
into
mine is mine.
from Futurama. Good news, everyone!
news, everyone!
So now you've got like neutral gold income because now you're paying those brownies properly. They won't unionize. as a result. Which, speaking of which, you should go tell them to sally forth. And
Is war turn-based, says number 7. Yes, it is.
You mean the combat system? Not like in some of the other games that like what's the one you were playing the other day with Corno?
Oh, with
Is that Chrono
the Chrono Trigger? Yeah.
So it's
Corno-
not like that. It is real-time strategy, so I mean basically you just use the space bar, the pause combat button to effectively stop and kind of think about what you're doing. Now you'll notice between turns your units will regain hit points. However, they'll regain more if they're in a building, and if you don't move for an entire turn, then they'll regain even more.
Okay. So do I want to skip a turn?
Not necessarily, since you've still got people who haven't done stuff, so each of your brownies will have gotten more movement points. Yes, get out your giggles.
Oh my god. It'll dissipate. It's okay.
And
It'll dissipate.
oh, by the way,
It's no longer 5th grade.
up here, you see that that footprint symbol, and next to that you've got that arrow above your party, your units. So if you click on those arrows, it will cycle between all of the units you have in your control, and so you can. So that's an easy way to navigate amongst them.
Okay.
And it's always good to like make use of as many movement points as they have, and just pucker their little feet out. And you can send them to buildings to find out what level they are. Until you actually go up to them, you won't know. So that's another useful little feature. So any like building with a gray flag above it, like that one particular.
Okay.
Ooh, and there's a brewery, but I think that's in a high level area, so that might be difficult. You could send him to just go up there and find out what level it is, so that way you can see if that's something that you want to take on.
Gotcha.
And then as far as the campaign map here goes, you'll see that number 4, that's what turn you're on. Every 7 turns, you are going to attract more followers, and that'll be based upon how much people you have working for you at the magistrate earning fame, and then also how much fame you've gained directly from battles. So anytime you finish combat, you will see your spoils, and then you'll see a fame number.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where are we going? Where are we going now? Because we have the party in here.
All right,
should we go after this
up there,
crystal?
there's a crystal mine, so that's a good high value, but it might be high level, so just send people there. Yep, just like a little bit
Okay.
short. So just make sure your brownies have used up all their movement points at the end of each turn. I always go around. You'll learn. You'll develop a habit.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
And now we take
Resources
a
in
moment,
Nirak. Level
and
2.
you can level 2. Do it. And now we take a moment to hear Dr. Broderick give an endorsement of sharp cheddar cheese and cracker.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, tasty. Okay, so each turn you'll also regenerate all of your mana points. So she's got 7 points that she can use at her disposal. She's out in front. She's exposed. First things first, get her behind your units. Aha, you have melee goblins and you have ranged goblins. And you have what is that? That's a mite they have, which is the scouts of the Earth Kingdom.
Okay.
But since they're
Hey,
great
fuckers!
ability-
Hey, fuckers! I'm a might of the earth. I scout the earth.
I don't think they invented the fuck word back then.
Hey, fuckers! I'm inventing the fuck word.
Greetings, fornicators!
Greetings, fuckers.
Okay, so if you want,
Who's ready to fuck?
you can just tell your infantry and your staffmen to just go forth and just start attacking. No need for a lot of strategy. Just tell your warrior, hit the rally banner as always. He'll do his little
Okay.
toot toot with the horn.
Oh wait.
There you go, toot toot.
Suppose I could just that.
Yeah, you can just
Well,
tell him to
let's
attack. He doesn't even have to hold an area. And I'd tell them to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
By the way,
bum rush and just.
If you so you'll note that if you select any of a unit, it selects the whole group. But if you want to just select like one individual guy, you can control click, and then that'll select just one.
Charge.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go for it.
And then tell your mage to get
My
back.
spells
And he's
are
good.
at your command.
So your thief is doing her thing. She's just shooting arrows out in the open, brazenly. And if you want, yeah, you can just keep telling her to. Yeah. So for anyone
Well,
who's watching this is particularly crude combat. Now, see, he was kind of far enough away such that your melee units were standing there with their thumbs up their asses so they weren't moving towards him. You can
Right.
just hit the don't show this again button. I'll tell you what you need to know.
Good news! I'll receive 2 crystals per turn so long as this mine stays free. Alright,
Hooray
so...
for Dr. Zoidberg!
No.
So basically your main focus at this point in the game is just leveling up your characters and
Oh,
sending
no.
them to... So level 7, that's pretty complicated. The highest level any place can be is 11.
Oh geez, so let's get in there. What is this?
Yeah, so you'll select this little guy. That's a statue, and statues will earn you fame. That's probably level 6. Oh, 9! Oh, no! I'm not gonna do that. So just,
Bad news. What do we got down here?
That's gonna be level 10 or 11. That's probably 11. So you can tell him to look at that, just to make sure. But with the higher level places come higher rewards. Mysterious keep, yes. Recent times, a troop of miscreants has done something. And then you can send him to scout out that little villa there as well. I'll do that.
I'll do that next.
Sending
little wee dudes.
I like sending them to find out what is around me and how hard it is to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so you can just move them in little parts at a time, such that if you want to course correct, you can.
My lovely brownies.
And because they're elfish brownies, you know they've got some
brownies. All
right. So you select him by right-clicking, and then you just left-click your party there. Otherwise, you'll tell him to go to them. And you're gonna tell them to enter those small green houses, because it's probably low level and it's easy experience.
The little hamlet.
Yes.
Oh yeah, nothing.
I'm gonna turn the sound back on YouTube so I can hear this glorious music.
Oh, we have some cavalry.
All right, so now
Centaurs.
they are jerks. So they do the same amount of damage as the goblins, the goblin archers, but they have 2 more ranged points than the goblins do. So they're a little trickier. And they're bastards, is what you need to know. I mean, that's virtually all ranged units. They're bastards. But they're all ranged units, so you can just send in your melee units to just start soaking up the fire and attacking them at the same time.
Let's ride.
Okay.
Charge. We have
And then,
trained for this day.
just as a side note, you'll notice that sometimes as you're scrolling around the enemy's area, you'll need to look around a little more because there will sometimes be units you didn't see within the main periphery. Oh, she got hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because there'll be an perfect example. You see how your thief is a good distance away from the rest of your main cohort, and same with your mage.
Right.
So every enemy army is going to be composed similarly, and
Okey-doke.
so they'll have their own starting positions too. So if they've got a full army where they've got 3 champions and
Oops.
3 units under each. Oh yeah, you don't want to tell your
no, I forgot to do-
archers. Oh,
Forgot
you
to
already
do the
used
rallying
it.
cry. Oh, well.
Well, you already used it once this turn, which is
Okay.
so you wouldn't be able to use it anyway. So you just tell him to go forth. And tell your archers to stand back, otherwise they'll get shot down first, most likely.
Ready.
Yeah. All right, so they're not getting fired upon. Ooh, pause for a sec, because you'll notice that your cavalry unit is the last one
wandered?
standing.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll see he's running out of health. So if you click on him, you can see. All right, so he's got 10 out of 14 health points left. So he's not going to last long. So you just tell him to defend himself. Retreating would not be advisable because they'll
Okay.
shoot him anyway. So you just click that shield and click it on himself, and then he will defend himself. Well, if you click an area, then he'll defend that area. Whereas
Okay.
if you use the shield and then you click it, so if you tell your warrior, shield and then on himself, then he'll defend himself. Versus if you click it on an area, they will try and stop people from passing through that any enemies that get too close.
Gotcha. Okay.
I just love that atmospheric music.
Yeah, it just reminds me so much of all the Sierra games that I played back when I was a kid. So my dad was super into them.
Alright, so
Water Great Temple.
Now, here's
found
the
the
cool
water
thing.
people.
So, since you're actually on, just because of your faction, since you're on decent terms, diplomacy-wise, with water, if you send your main army, or just whomever, and you take that great temple, the water faction will now worship you. They belong to you. And so, that's right, folks. I'll say it. Cultural appropriation.
Cultural imperialism and appropriation. Okay.
But they'll worship you. They'll happy. I mean,
Yeah. They'll be happy people. They'll love me.
they'll still keep their culture. It's just they work for you now.
Okay, I'm gonna make my things, my brownies, continue to scout. Oh, maybe you cannot.
Yeah.
I already
Well-
scouted you. Okay.
Yeah. So you just hit that. If you hit those little feet, it'll tell him to go ahead and move. That's another way of getting them to move. So there's clicking twice on a location will get them to move to a spot, but also clicking those feet will tell them to move to that location. So
Gotcha.
now
Okay.
you have your resources are doing all right. You can probably go send him down to that other area, though. Since your cavalry is almost dead, you want him to heal up, so you can sell your cavalry, just go rest up in the Thieves Guild or in the capital. Doesn't really matter. Or he can just stay in the building he's in.
Okay.
So either you can move
Let's
him,
do.
or you can just select everyone else and they will leave him behind. which will do psychological damage because he'll know that he's the only one from his army that's alive,
Okay.
and he'll have
Well, I ran
survivors.
out of the movement, so I must just go.
Know that he has now been crippled with PTSD. Also, your thief's kind of hurt, but you just saw her little bar shoot up a little bit.
We teach the art of
So
thieving
put
here,
him inside of a
but have
building
men who
because
have
he'll rest
already
up
attained the
faster, and then
skills you
also
desire.
he'll gain as they heal. He will gain
Uh-huh.
back the other units. So his other 2 guys will just grow back from spores or whatever.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, so
And the rest of my folk.
so you see how it's doing that little person plus person symbol? That's telling him to join them, which is what you don't.
We teach the art of
So you tell him
Okay.
to send
We have men
his
who
ass
have
back
already
inside
attained
that
the
building.
skills we teach the
There you
art
go.
of thieving here, but we have
So you see
men
him
who
hiding
have
behind.
already attained the skills you desire.
Let's ride.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah,
There we go.
There you go. Now just tell him to sit in there. All right.
Mounted and ready.
And then you can. There you go. Now you're getting the hang of it. So
Starting to get a hang of the
little
UI.
hamlet.
The which one? Oh, this guy.
Mounted and ready.
The one with the gray flag. So gray flag is always enemy neutral faction, level 1.
Oh, the one that's.
And something you can also
okay.
do, if you want to do a quick save. So either you hit retreat right now. Well, all right.
Okay.
So we'll
Well,
play this one out.
it's too late. Yeah.
Well, you can actually still do it from in here, but anytime you, by the way, anytime you enter an enemy-held building, the game will quick save for you. So
Okay.
if you hit that little computer button at the bottom of the screen, it will auto-calculate the battle for you. So if you're like very confident in your odds, it'll just do that, save you a bunch of time. Boom.
Oh. Wow. There you go. Ta.
And what's crazy is
Clever.
sometimes, like, and notice none of your units lost any health. Nothing went poorly
Yeah.
in there. I don't know how it pulls it off. It's just like, oh, well, clearly you were so
Statistically.
going to win. Yeah. All right, so, oh, you can have him scout out the rest of the water capital. So just march him up towards those blue flags. You could even have him interact with the seagull, which is the water scout.
Oh. Okay. The seagull
Alright.
says, "We are in a state of empathy with you, and Kelpie, Lord of Water, sends worship to your lord."
This seagull has been doing cocaine. So,
I'll be like-
just unless you want to kill the enemy faction, do not hit that attack button. Do not. There you go. So you want to parlay with them.
Parlay.
And so here you have diplomacy. Welcome to the diplomacy game, and you can offer things. So,
I am
Here's a
negotiating with a seagull.
all right. So it shows beneath their portrait. That shows the attitude of their faith towards yours.
Oh, okay.
So they're empathetic to you. So if you want a good trade, if you want some easy monies, so here's what you can do. If you click his gold, you can ask him for some gold. So you've already got trade selected,
Okay.
so that tells you what mode it is. Now, if you want, you can probably get away with 165. So you can choose your increments there. And then
Okay.
if you go down, he'll want something in return. So easiest thing you can offer him is your spell. It won't cost you nothing. It's easy, and they'll
My
never
s-
use it. So, yeah.
My
So
spell?
if you look over to the right, click spells, you can tell
I
them,
see, yeah.
we will teach you the one spell that we know, and then you
Okay.
can hit propose, and then it'll tell you like how likely it is this will work out. All right. So if this party. So they renegotiated. That's a shit deal. Renegotiate. We're not taking that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Alright. Click those crystals. You're not giving them shit. You're giving them a spirit arrow. That's mythical. So offer that back up. Now click their gold again up in the top right, and all right. So that didn't work the first time. Let's try 82. All right. Now if
No,
propose. All right.
he is aggressive.
What a son of a bitch. All right.
What a
renegotiate
stingy
one more
seagull.
time. All right.
I'm about to
So-
just attack the fucker.
that would be ill-advised. I mean, you can, and it's fights between two slightly more disappointing than you'd think. But when you hit the propose button, it'll tell you how likely it is, your chances of success, and like how that will affect your relationship. So, yeah, we want to go.
41.
Yeah, try 41. All right, this time we'll actually read what it has to say.
No,
right,
man.
I told you
Jeez.
before hitting continue. You gotta read what it says. It'll tell you how it'll
Okay.
like affect, and yeah. So if you just hit propose as it is right now, like just like that. All right.
And I was
no
full on
effect.
declined.
Have
All
no
right.
effect. Well, declined, but you didn't offend him, so that's good.
Yeah.
But
Okay. We tried.
they're still empathetic. So if you took their temple, they would automatically belong to you. All their lord and some of their units would all belong to you, as well as any research they've done. Well, you're not going to be able to
Right.
take it. It's
Not with
all
him.
all great temples are just level 3. I mean, you can send him to his death.
I want to kill the brownie. Oh god. I can't say things like that. It's the game. It's the game, guys. No. Don't move. Okay, so I'm sending you to this? Is that what I'm
They're
doing?
not going anywhere. Well, we don't even know what level that place is. That's maybe like level 4, I want to say.
Let's find out. And we'd still have this
That's just-
cavalry guy.
That's just my gut feeling. He's healing up. He's gonna take a while.
Because I'm becoming more known across the land. 4 followers have been inspired to join my... Okay, so... Recent deeds have drawn an additional 6 followers, so I just got
So the
10
recent
followers?
deeds. Yes. So the recent deeds, and if you look down in your bottom window next to like your gold and stuff, it'll show you the person with his arm raised above his head. That's how many
We
free.
have many who have already attained the skills
And you can just
desire.
click
Okay,
the
oh yeah,
city.
yeah.
You don't even need to send your party there to do stuff. So you
Yeah,
want to right
I'm
click.
trying to...
There you go.
Okay.
Heyo. All right, and so now you are going to dump the rest into fame, because at this level of your capital, you can only have a max of 8 in each resource,
Okay.
and then it won't let you go any higher. All right, so now you can start earning gold is the next most important thing, and a little bit of ale, and save like just 1 or 2 followers to recruit a unit from
Okay.
any of the places you like. All right, so you've got 2 available. So if you wanted to get some more archers, you could hire them, or more cavalry.
Let's see. How about a rider?
Yeah, so that'll be your cavalry unit, and they're pretty good. And so you just told them how many to train. Yep. All right, and then you want to have him join your party. He's got no experience, so you'll see he's got not as good stats as the other cavalry unit that's higher level. Also,
Okay,
if
I'll
you
hire-
want to get your
skills you desire.
and they're very good, yes. So you get some of them, and tell them, join me. Very good. Now,
Oh, and this
that
guy
needs to
just
be
came out.
inside.
Let's ride.
Oh no, he just came out.
No. It's okay, we still
Poor
live.
him. Well, it's the Elven Nation. What are they gonna do? They're
Yeah,
pretty unconscious. already.
they love everyone.
You
as
still
they
have them
should.
selected, so right click to deselect,
Got it.
and there you go. Now select them with left click, and then you can tell them to go up and take that temple. Or you could send them down to that brewery, since it's a resource. That place with all the
Okay.
barrels outside, which is by the river.
Okay, it
And
looks like I
down
ran out
next
of
to
time
that
here.
brewery, once you get down to that brewery, you will also notice a van, and Seth Farley is inside because it's down by the river. Aha.
Okay. What's I'm gonna do?
Mounted and ready.
Let's see. How about the brewery?
All right.
Level 5.
Ooh. All right. So you could try it. We'll show the audience what it's like to get owned. Potentially.
Yeah, I'm right about the point where I'm about to just do some like really stupid or insane shit. Because we're getting a little bit close to the halfway point here where I'm gonna switch over.
Switch gears.
But
All
let's
right,
see.
so let's just see what you're up against.
Oh.
Okay, so all right, so they have a champion. They have an Earth Warrior. He does a lot of damage. He's also a little bit tanky if you look at his stats. So he's got 16 attack, 9 defense, and 25 hit points. He's got Wolf Riders. He's got 2 units of Wolf Riders, 2 units of regular Orcs, and then 1 unit of Goblin Archers. So if you're gonna waste your magic on anyone, you're gonna waste it on him, the big dude,
Okay.
because he's gonna be the toughest son of a bitch to kill.
Okay.
So you can tell
So-
her to shoot that at him, and
My spells are at your
and the
command.
nice thing is you can tell all your units to do these things before actually engaging in combat, so that way you have a plan
Let's ride.
and position your units.
So let's see.
They are level 1. They're gonna get the shit owned out of them. You're gonna want to get your warrior out in front to your lord
Mounted and ready.
and sacrifice himself.
Taking position.
He's not gonna sacrifice himself. We'll just
We all
we'll
have
see
to
what
see.
happens.
It's a beautiful day for
Yeah.
a sacrifice.
Archers
And then just put your archers in a sort of parallel line just so they can provide covering fire to whomever.
Let's see.
No, you don't even need to put them that far forward. Like right where your mage is, that's where the archers should be.
aim.
Okay.
Archers ready.
And then
Taking
same goes for
aim.
that other unit of archers. And then you'll want to... You can actually pull her
And then-
back first, so that way the goblins don't come after her.
My spell. I'll be there.
Okay. I'm just gonna start and see what happens.
Alright, so you heard him shout, "Crush!" That's his rally.
Oh my.
Alright, now you see they're just swarming in, so you want to pause it.
Yeah.
Alright, so now your warrior has gained their attention. They're gonna
oh,
go
yeah.
for him, and they're going to swarm him. So send your staffmen and your cavalry to back him up.
Let's
He's
ride.
got aggro, but you'll also want to keep 1 unit. So yeah, send your cavalry. Can't talk. And then send your staffmen to
We have
the
trained
right
for this
because
day.
you see you've got some orcs on foot coming
Some
up there.
things.
Here we go.
They're trying to flank. So send
Gotcha.
your staff dudes to block off that area. Meanwhile, you can have her, your thief, take out any high value
Where to?
targets. So tell her to like attack some of those, yeah, like that wolf rider,
Let's get him.
and then keep
Okay,
telling your
let's see.
mage to shoot magic at
My
the
spells
dwarf
are
dude.
at your command.
Hello, Scoutmaster. And she's all out
Hello,
of
Scoutmaster. Just really tired, just saying hello and
All right.
leaving. Well, that's fine. Thanks for joining.
And your lord
for
died.
even a sec. Oh no.
He got overwhelmed. Your
Bye. My
archers
raptor.
are charged. And they will wander around for the rest of their days.
And we died.
Well, it seems only fitting that after you were doing so well for so long, we end the stream goes this way. And then you
Yeah,
can
we,
see what
we
the
end the
failure
segment
video
with
looks
this. Yeah, I want to see this segment.
like. And we're gonna see Balkoth here. Alright, so that's the dude you have to fight.
What?
He's summoning
like
Golgoth.
bootleg
the Lord of
Diablo?
Death.
Clearing the way for our conquest of Yorak. Victory is nigh.
What is this now?
Blessed be the darkness.
Listen to this laugh.
Oh, beautiful.
Very nice.
All right.
I'm gonna give that, 8 out of 10 at least.
8 out of 10. Well, yeah, not bad for like a little introductory thing. So, I mean, the
So
game
that
is saved.
yes, so and then it just gives you the credits. But you're gonna be loading a lot in this game, so that's
Thanks for Skursky, Ton Pham, Jason Benham, Dave Lecomte, Jim Sullivan, Scott Delicta, and people I didn't get to read. And
Ed Seltzman.
the artists, Darren Horball, almost Herbal, but Orball instead. Karen Woodward. We all
It's
know
okay.
Karen.
Most of these people are probably dead now,
They probably all died of cancer.
and various
Statistically.
venereal diseases.
Hans.
But yeah, so that's
with the lowercase
your
h.
first playthrough of Lords of Magic with the
Wow.
Life faction. Easiest faction to play. In some regards, I would say is the Life faction. Once you sort of get the game mechanics down, but there are also other factions that are just insanely good at what they do. Like Death,
Yeah,
for instance, their magic is just OP as shit. It's nothing but offensive.
Yeah, and getting a little more into it, I'm starting to see some of the mechanics and how the mechanics all intersect with one another. And so
Yeah.
I can see getting sucked into it. It's a very archaic system, but at the same time, it's kind of nostalgic in some ways because I used to play games kind of like this back in the day. So, I mean, I played some other Sierra games, so it's kind of in some ways my wheelhouse. So, yeah.
But the end
I mean-
game sort of manual is very in depth, and it will tell you lots of stuff in there.
Gotcha.
But Mang's the link I sent you, he did a video series playing as Order, and so you can kind of see their play style. Order is the sort of English knight faction, if you will. It's basically, just think Great Britain during the, I don't know, 1200s.
Okay. It's like full
And so
on
you
Dark
can't-
Ages.
Yeah, so you can have, and there is a sort of story mode, more in story mode, called Legends of Urak, where you actually do get to play a wizard named Merlin. And they
okay.
include other legends. They have Beowulf in there, who you play as a life thief, which makes, a earth thief, which makes little sense. And he's got the most emasculated voice. But that's not important.
What's important is I now have experienced the game, and thank you so much for gifting it to me and
You're
joining me
you're
for my introductory stream, and actually, joining me for a stream for the first time. And let's not make this the only time it happens.
definitely not. And for anyone who's interested, that game is Words of Magic, Steam for $4.99.
Yep. So if retro games are your thing, and like retro RTS style games, but also with like elements of other such genres kind of blended in, kind of your thing, then yeah,
Yeah.
check it out.
I've heard it compared to the older Might and Magic games.
Okay.
Is maybe a fair comparison. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and take a break here, and then I'm gonna switch over to Enter the Gungeon. So if you want to stick around and just watch that, I'm gonna get out of the voice chat for that. But if you want to stick around and check some of that out, you can. If not, if you have other things to do, then that's cool too. But
I do not have anything else going on, though I do have a pecan pie with my name on it.
Oh, well, I see. Well, I suppose you can enjoy some pecan pie as I make my way down through the dungeon layers. With guns. All right, man.
I discovered
Well,
last year that I love pecan pie.
I love pecan pie too. I just can't have it in its most wholesome form, due to the whole gluten thing. But I can have other
Oh.
versions.
You poor bastard.
Yeah. All right. I am going to jump out of voice chat, and I am going to hit the BRB pretty quick here and play a song. So,
All right.
thanks, Broderick.
Thank you, everyone. I am Dr. Broderick, and you will see me around.
Yes. Bye-bye.